Hello, and welcome to Introduction to Moodle 3.3. I'm Dr. Edward Bethel, and I'll be your instructor for this module. And in this video, we're going to look at how to take the course template that's used to create a new course and customize it so that you can have a course that works for your class. The first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and share my screen so that we can see the Moodle platform, and I'm going to turn off my video as well so that you can see the Moodle platform and you can see a generic course that's been created from the template file. And as you'll see, if you scroll through the course, everything here is just general information that you will need to customize for your students in your course. So for example, the course introduction is just telling you that this is where you should put your course introduction. Topic 1, Topic 2, Topic 3, Topic 4, just again, provide a brief introduction to your topic, and then it shows the various objectives for that topic that you will need to put in. In addition, you'll notice that there are a couple of activities and resources already added to the course introduction. And so those are sort of placeholders that you will replace with the resources and activities for your course itself. So how do we do it? Well, the first thing we always do is turn editing on. I'm going to turn it off first, and so this is how it would normally look when you first open the course. You need to go up to the cogwheel in the corner here and turn editing on so that you can then actually edit the course. And the first thing that you want to do is edit the course introduction. You can change the title if you want, Introduction to Dr. Bethel or whatever the case may be. But in order to actually edit the text, you need to use the edit button here. You can actually edit the title without going into editing the text just by clicking on the pencil there, and you'll see that it allows you to edit the title. And I'm going to just change it to Introduction to YCRS 101. So I've changed it to that. But in fact, to edit this text here, you're actually going to have to go into Edit section from that menu in the top right. Once you get to the edit box, all you need to do then is select the text and replace it with an introduction of your own. And so I'm going to say, this is, and I'm going to take off caps lock, this is my It's always useful to put your name here and some contact information and a picture or a video because it helps to humanize and personalize the course. So I'm going to put my name, an email address, not my email address in actual fact, and I'm going to put my phone contact. Again, not my actual phone contact. And then to top it off, I'm going to add a photo of myself. Nope, I'm going to have to upload a file. There's a picture of me there. Upload that. It's a little big, so I'm going to make it a little smaller. I'm going to center that. And we're good to go. Oop, put in a description. And there it is. Save changes, and you have the introduction to the course, some information about yourself, and a picture of yourself, video of yourself, giving an introduction to the course, whichever you prefer. Now, then, you're going to need to actually edit this introductory information. And notice that there are 4 things that we will require that you put in that introductory section. The first is about this course. Second is your course outline, announcements, and getting to know you. About this course, well, first of all, your course outline, this is just going to be a simple swap. So if you click on this, you'll notice that this just gives a generic course outline, and you're going to need to swap that out for your own course outline. So let's do that right now. We're just going to go in and delete that. Yes, I do want to delete it. And then I'm going to go and add an activity or resource to add my own course outline in the place of it. So course YCRS 101 course outline. Always remember to add a heading in that first box, and then just get a file to drop into it in that section there. Note that you can also drag and drop files. So course outline here anywhere. If not, I'll just drag a generic PDF file. Here we go. And save and return to course, and you'll notice that now my new course outline has been added right here. And I'm going to move it up right underneath about this course because it fits better in that place. Again, notice that you can drag and drop stuff. So I could have gone to my desktop. Let me go to my desktop, and I can find a course outline and just drop it onto the page as well. So I've got the file, and I could have just dropped it onto the page like that, and notice that it appears down here at the bottom. I don't want that to stay, so I'm just going to delete that. The next is about this course, and in this document, it tells the student about all of the requirements for the course. You're going to want to go in and edit this to make this specific to your course. But it talks about the purpose of this course, and that's just a restatement of the introduction. But then requirements for completion, estimated time commitment, how the course works. This is super important because you want to explain to the student how they can work through the course. This is also useful, some tips and suggestions to the students that will help them to be successful in the course. And then generic learning outcomes, textbook and learning resources. And then you also want to add, and it's not included here, it's in your course outline, yes, but you want to also add what the grading for the course, the assessment for the course is going to be like. And you might even want to add what are the various assignments for the course. So grading percentages and assignments and how that's all going to happen. It would be good to include that information here as well. So that's about this course. And in order to edit that, again, you just click on the cogwheel to the top right and edit settings. And then you can go directly into the text box and type your text that refers to your course. Don't forget, when you're finished, always go and save it. So now we've got about this course, we've got our own course outline, and what about these two things here? These are two forms. This one is a news form, and you can't really change it. All it is there for is to indicate announcements or updates for the course. And notice they'll appear over in the right-hand side here whenever you type them in. And if students subscribe to this form, they will also have those announcements sent to their email. So the first one is probably going to be something like, welcome to the course. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the course. Watch this space for important announcements. Okay, so maybe something as simple as that, but just to key to the students that they should always be checking the announcements for any new information about the course. And you'll notice that that will appear, that latest announcement will appear over here, welcome to the course. If they click it, it'll come up and they'll be able to see it, and they can know what's going on with the course at any time. And then finally, in this introductory section, getting to know you. You always want to get the students to introduce themselves to one another and to you, so that you set up from the outset that human touch and that sense of community in the course. They know you, you know them, and they know one another. So that's what this whole getting to know you forum is about. You can call it what you like. Introduce yourself, some people call it that. Introductions, whatever you want to call it, but it's important that you have this at the outset and make sure that the students do it. Some instructors take it even a step forward. They require the students to add a picture to their profile so that you can actually have a visual of the students, and their classmates can have a visual of them as well. So it's always good to add that at the beginning of the course. And so I'm going to put, hi, I'm Dr. Bethel. I'm your prof. I like biking, computers, and soccer. And so you might also even want to add something like students have to reply to everyone, at least 3 other students who posted, just to get them, first of all, to interact with yourself and one another, but also used to how you use forums. Good, so that's the introductory section. Now you're going to actually build your course. You'll notice that into that template, a midterm assessment is inserted in between topic 7 and topic 8. That's because our courses generally tend to be built around a 14-week semester. You do not have to put your midterm assessment here if you don't want to. If you want to put it somewhere else, if you want to take it out altogether, put other assessments in somewhere else, that's fine too. This is there only if you need it. Same thing at the end for review and final exam. If your course doesn't have a final exam, but rather has a final project, paper, or whatever the case might be, you can just replace this section with whatever that capstone assessment might be. Notice if you want to add topics to your course, you can always do that there by just clicking adding topics, and it'll give you the number of topics that you can add at the bottom there. You can also delete a topic from this edit menu there just by clicking delete topic. Good. So now you're going to actually add content to your course. And for each of the topics or weeks, whichever one you would prefer to call them, you're going to, first of all, change your introduction. And you may want to just put that as a very minimal 1-sentence introduction, and then add the objectives. It's useful if the objectives are clearly outlined in your course outline, because then you can just drop them right into topic 1, topic 2, topic 3, etc. So I'm going to open up my course outline in the new window, and I'll see that I have my objectives right there. I'll just copy those. And then I'll go into this and edit. Oh, you know what? I'll edit the introduction as well. Overview of teaching in an online environment. Actually, I won't bother to copy that. I can remember that. I will go in and edit the topic. I'm going to call that teaching online. And I'm going to go and put overview of learning and teaching an online course. Specifically, you will learn how to, and this is where I will put my objectives in, paste and match style, and I'm going to take those numbers out and renumber them. You can just go ahead and type them in yourself. You don't have to copy and paste because it does require you to reformat somewhat. And I'm going to actually state these as objectives. Define the nature of learning. Explain what is online learning. List the advantages of online learning. Or I'm going to put compare. Compare the pros and cons of teaching online. And finally, describe. Notice what I did. I used action words that are actually to create measurable objectives. Really, I should have made them measurable, time-bound, limited, etc., etc., etc. A little more specific, but this is just to give you the idea of how you complete that description. Go ahead and save, and you'll see that they appear here. Now, in terms of activities and resources, each of your units should have three things. One, it should have an activity that delivers the content. Two, it should have some sort of discussion or interaction, usually a forum for that section. And three, some form of assessment that you're going to use for that unit. So content, I would add maybe something from a website. Let's see. I'll use this one. This is a pretty good. Actually, I'm going to go back and use the second one. So I'm going to click here, use this one, copy. So that's going to be my content. And I'm going to use it as a URL. Reading one. Advantages. Put in my URL. And save and return to the course. So my content is there. Next, I'm going to add my discussion, because you always want to have that interaction there. And I'm going to call this topic 1, discussion, pros and cons of teaching online. Description. What are your views on the reading? Make one original post and reply to at least 3 of your classmates. Notice that for the forums, you can actually rate the forums. And so I'm going to just let it be a count of ratings. And you can also put in requirements for them having to post themselves and also post as a reply to someone else. And once you've done that, your form, your reading is there. And then finally, you're going to put in an assessment. And usually you're going to use one of two types of assessments. One is going to be an assignment. That can really be anything. It can be a file uploaded. It can be some text typed directly in. Or it can be a file sent to you offline. The other one is a quiz. And we usually use these for objective quizzes, multiple choice, matching, drag and drop, all those sorts of things. But you can also add short answer and longer answer questions into your quiz as well. So depending on how you want to make your assessment, you're either going to add your quiz or assignment there. I'm going to put in an assignment just because it's quicker to create. Topic 1 assignment. And I'm just going to let this be argue the case for teaching online, 500 words, type into text block below. And so here you'll set the availability of that assignment. I'm going to keep it open. Remind me to grade by the 12th. And then I'm going to make it an online text submission, no file uploads. And this way, the students can just type their information directly onto the screen, just to see how it would look. Instead of view all submissions here, the student would see submit your work now, and or create a submission here, and it will open up a text box for them to actually work in for that assignment. And so now you'll see that you have the 3 required components for this unit: your learning content, your interaction with the teacher, and your assessment for that unit. And that's really all that there is to it. You just go through and you add the descriptions, add the 3 different types of resources and activities, and build your course out. Note that I've just added the most generic vanilla types of content, discussion, and assessment. You can have more than one reading or more than one content section. You can have more than one assessment in that topic, but this is just the bare minimum for each of your units. Good, so let's just review all of the things that you need when you're building out your course. The first thing that you're going to do, edit the course, the introduction to the course title if you want, but also edit this section. You can include, and I encourage you to include, a picture of yourself or a video of yourself delivering an introduction. Include also your contact information and how you would prefer to be contacted in this course. Next, you're going to change all of this, this introductory material to the course. This is critical, and it's important that you describe exactly how you want that course delivered in this section. So you're going to add your course outline. You're going to edit your About This Course section. And then you are going to put out your first announcement, welcome to the course, and introduce yourself and encourage students to introduce themselves as well. That's your introduction. And then for each of your topics, you're going to put an introduction and your objectives. Note that some people don't put their objectives right on the home page. They may put them in the actual content delivery section. That's fine too. Some people actually even add a separate resource that just lists the objectives. That's fine. Whichever way you would prefer works, but they must be there in some place in that section. So once you've done the introduction and objectives, put your content. There's reading here. It could be a link. It could be a page of information. It could be a PDF. We encourage you not to use PowerPoints or Word or Excel documents unless they actually have to manipulate them. We would prefer that you use documents that can be read on screen. So convert things to PDFs before you post them as content delivery mechanisms. Then you're going to have your interaction for that unit, usually a discussion. And finally, you're going to add your assessment for that unit. And again, this is the minimum. You can have more than one content delivery section. You can have more than one assignment or assessment, I should say. This is just the bare minimum. So I hope that this helped, and thanks for watching.